is up, everybody? Welcome to the next edition of the Losers Lounge podcast, episode number 104. My God, that is amazing. Once again, the fact that we even are in the triple digits of that. It's been quite an amazing week so far, and we have another pay-per-view this weekend, and this is AEW Full Gear. It's good to be back talking AEW once again. And ladies and gentlemen, joining me, two-time Losers Lounge member of the Year and Optimistic Hall of Famer, the heelest of Balors.
Hello, hello, hello. It feels great to be back on the podcast again. I am warm. I feel great. My food's cooking. It's time to talk AEW Fullest of the Gears.
Aha. You're cooking food. That's amazing.
Oh, yeah, you know what's up.
And folks, by the way, just a heads up of what happened last week. Yeah, Heel Balor did cook me that food that I was talking about on that podcast, and it was delicious.
Yes, I'm a very good cook, actually.
So thank you very much on that.
Oh, you know what's up.
I always know what's up. This is our 7th consecutive week of podcasts.
Yep.
And we still
7,
have
people.
4 more to go.
Yep, 4. We're all ready for it.
First off, we got to predict Full Gear tonight, and then next week we're reviewing the show while also predicting Survivor Series War Games.
Yep.
Following week, review War Games, and then we got to predict NXT Deadline and review NXT Deadline. And then we finally call it for the holidays.
Until one company says, hey, we're not done yet with y'all.
And then we're like, oh, come on!
Exactly.
Well, there's no day one this upcoming year, so we can take a break.
Yes, we can.
That's a shame, though. I would have loved to see another day one.
For real.
It's on a Sunday, but then again, Sunday night, that New Year's weekend is full of crazy sports that's going to be all over the place.
Yeah.
And there's absolutely no way you want to compete with that.
Nope.
It's the big reason why, wrestling pay-per-views are on Saturdays nowadays.
Which I love. I love Saturday pay-per-views.
Yeah, it really avoids the competition.
It does.
So, AEW Full Gear has had quite an amazing history. In my personal opinion, I haven't seen a single bad Full Gear pay-per-view yet.
Not really.
2019, it was amazing. 2020, it was mixed, but mostly positive in my opinion. 2021, outstanding, and now we have this year.
Yes, sir.
And we have a lot to talk about because 10 matches, 3 non-title matches, and 7 championship matches. 6 of them from AEW, 1 of them from Ring of Honor. This is the first time ever that a Ring of Honor world title is going to be defended on AEW pay-per-view.
Yay.
The Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles were defended at the Forbidden Door event earlier this year. But nobody remembers that.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody remembers Forbidden Door. Maybe
Yeah.
you do, congratulations. I don't remember anything.
Yeah, let's be honest. That I understand it's understandable to have a crossover show, but you should really, honestly, have a lot more build-up into that rather than just pit this AEW guy against this New Japan guy.
They were more concerned about All Out Christian.
Indeed. That one was full of everything and more.
Oh, yes, it was.
A lot of which we hope was not part of it, so we didn't have to talk about.
Exactly.
This time, things look a little bit more balanced, and I'm glad for that. So,
Same here, dude. Same here.
Shall we get into this?
You know what's up. Let's do it.
Let's actually talk about something, kick things off with something amazing, and that is the in-ring return of Saraya. Saraya
Yay.
is facing
No,
Dr.
yay.
Britt Baker, DMD. This is the former Paige's first time in the ring since 2017.
I still call her Paige. But yeah, Saraya. Yeah.
Yep. That's understandable. We knew her as Paige for a long time, and, her movie, Fighting With My Family, really helped that out as well.
Really good movie.
It really is. I just might rewatch that after I'm done with this podcast.
Same here.
Because I remember watching it in 2019. I'm glad I watched that in the theater. It was so good.
I got it on DVD. Pretty good. Very good movie.
Yeah, same here. And I just want to say, honestly, Vince Vaughn was the show stealer.
Yeah, he was.
Because, well, it's freaking Vince Vaughn.
For real. Dude, for real.
That dude is like a comedic genius.
Yep.
To see him talking about WWE and everything was cool.
You know it.
I don't know if he actually is. Then again, he has been appearing. He even appeared in the crowd for an AEW show that one time.
Yeah, he did.
So he does have some, I guess in a way he is a fan of wrestling. He just knows enough that when he's on screen, he actually nailed it. Made it look like he was a legitimate worker for WWE.
He did a good job, too.
Yep. There's like, ladies and gentlemen, next week is also Thanksgiving weekend in the United States. Thanksgiving week.
Yes, it is.
And I'm in Canada. We had ours at the first, week of October. It was the same day as, that Columbus Day, which we don't talk about. But, I just want to say this, I'm also an American at heart. And I legitimately am. I'm a resident of both countries. So I want to say, I am thankful for everyone of my optimistic empire, whether you're from the United States, Canada, or around the whole world, because people watch us from around the world.
Oh, yeah, you know what's up.
So Dr. Britt Baker taking on Saraya. This is something that started off at the Grand Slam event at the Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Which was, I don't remember much.
Yeah, the one in 2021 was actually memorable.
Way, way more memorable. This year was just
nothing. I do remember Saraya's arrival, Jericho winning the Ring of Honor title, and Moxley winning back the AEW World title.
Oh, and MJF burying Wheeler Yuta because he's freaking boring and bland as hell. But anyways, I digress.
Well, I didn't see that part. Well, I did see it. I just don't remember it.
There you go.
But I will say that I am thankful that they are not in a Moxley holding the Interim World title because of CM Punk. Who hopefully...
Screw this interim crap.
Who hopefully we never talk about again.
Ever.
Bye-bye.
So long.
Something in another language.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. I will say...
Yeah, goodbye. Yeah.
To have Britt Baker as Saraya's first opponent back, I'd say is understandable. Because, Dr. Britt Baker is the biggest homegrown talent in AEW for the women's division. That's honestly just true, whether we like her or not.
Exactly.
I personally thought, her title reign was garbage.
Except you were talking about garbage.
except maybe for a couple of pretty good matches that I'll give her credit for. But for the majority of the time, for her 300-day reign, a lot of it was just not that good. And it was just horrible. It was just horrible, in my opinion, to have her and Adam Cole be the Owen Hart winners, all because they were actually husband and wife.
Who?
As a reference to the fact that, Owen and Martha Hart. I'm like, okay, that's the only reason why they had Adam Cole and Britt Baker win that, even though, let's be honest, I was totally fine with Adam winning it, but Ruby Soho should have definitely won the women's match.
Who?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot. We don't know who they are anymore.
Exactly.
Actually, here's the thing. I forgot. Willie forgot who Adam Cole is. I think I know what to do. This will help him. Do you remember who Adam Cole is?
No.
Bebe? Oh, there you go. Really? Oh, I thought that would work. Bebe.
Oh, that guy. One second.
Okay, fine. Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh, that guy. Oh, yeah, the ambassador of Kick-Ass-Nerd. Cool Kyle.
Right. Undisputed Era on NXT.
Well, of course I remember them.
Okay, there you go. I just wanted to jog your memory, just in case you forgot them. Britt Baker, let's be honest. It's great that she's a homegrown talent, but in my opinion, it's sad that she's practically the only true homegrown talent.
And overrated as hell! Nothing against her, but she is very overrated.
Very much so. We got Jade Cargill, but I get that she's undefeated and everything, and I'll be honest, she kind of is a homegrown talent as well.
Oh, yeah.
But not
she's homegrown, but we'll get to her in a bit. Oh, well, don't you worry.
She's female Goldberg. I'm pretty sure Bret Hart doesn't like her.
Oh, oof. I got that right. Oof. There you go. Oh, now they mad down there, man. Oh. That's what's up.
But in all honesty, I want to say I'm excited to see Saraya competing again. For the first, I'll be honest, this will be the first time I've seen her wrestle as Saraya.
Same here, dude.
Because let's be honest, in her indie days in the United Kingdom, she wasn't exactly on TV, so.
Yeah, she wasn't really.
But I also do worry about her neck.
Yeah.
Because she suffered not one but two neck injuries that forced her to retire.
Yep.
That's scary.
Which is not good.
Yeah, that is scary.
Very. It's like Bryan Danielson and, of course, Edge and their returns, when they made their comebacks. I was nervous myself with their injuries that they had to go through in their comeback. So,
but so far it seems that
I'm with you.
As we see, Edge, he's managed to hang on. He tore a tricep in 2020, but thankfully it was just a tricep.
Yep.
Bryan Danielson hasn't exactly suffered any type of major injury since he came back in 2018.
Not really. That sounds like a concussion they hit from us, but it's all good.
But yeah, Bryan does have a bad history of concussions, and that's what put him out in the first place.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just hoping that, he's always going to remain safe.
I hope so, too. Especially the style that he wrestles, man. Oof.
Yeah, like, when it comes to Bryan Danielson, we'll get to him in a moment. But in the meantime, I'm hoping Saraya is able to actually pull off a really good match. And at the same time, my main concern is, she just protects herself.
Yeah, that's all that matters to me as well.
And
she goes out there, protects herself, protects her neck and all that. It doesn't really go and do crazy shtick.
And I will give also credit for this. Britt Baker, in my opinion, is the right opponent for this because she's a very safe worker.
Oh, yeah, and she's a veteran.
Yeah,
AEW was, so, yeah.
I mean, she's a veteran in both wrestling and as a dentist.
Yep.
So if she accidentally kicks Saraya's teeth down her throat, she can fix them.
Not for free, she won't, but okay.
Of course not.
Yeah.
But the beatdown that Saraya would give her afterwards is priceless.
Oh, exactly.
After weeks of, back and forth, I will admit, Saraya did have a rocky start when she first came in, with that Britt rhymes with ship promo. And I was like, what?
Ooh, and then... it was all that stuff. That
it was
promo.
We went from a great return to a really shitty promo and had a lot of people changing their minds about whether or not this was a good idea. I mean, literally, the crowd, I remember for a lot of that promo, was quieter than Bobby Fish in Impact Wrestling.
Dang.
Wait, where's the lie?
Exactly. Let's go quote CM Punk. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
No, I was actually quoting Bobby Fish. Where's the lie?
Well, there you go. Well, I don't watch Impact, so there you go.
It was so silent that I thought they were honestly in the Performance Center era.
Oh, don't put the Performance Center down there, Maracle. Come on now.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Even the Performance Center was louder than that.
Hell, Daly's place was more loud. Let's be honest here.
I mean, they had people there the whole time.
Oh, that's very true, yeah.
I'm really glad that AEW did that, though, when the COVID era hit.
Same here.
Yep. It's always good that, if another virus or something kicks in, both AEW and WWE know exactly what they have to do.
Go back to the Thunderdome and go back to the good old Daly's place.
Yep. That's why I know if there's ever another COVID pandemic, or not any other pandemic, WWE will definitely bring out those Thunderdomes again.
Yeah. If it was a pandemic, though, I would like to be a hair pandemic. At least we ought to get out of that one.
Yeah, we'll end up looking like Veer Mahan or something.
You dang right, homie. That's what's up.
So, as for this match, I'm just hoping it's going to be good, and at the same time, Saraya's protected, because she came back in 2017 and lasted less than a month before she had to retire.
2017, oof, that's a long time.
I mean, it's a good thing, she brought in Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, but it wasn't exactly a good thing for her.
Yep, boy, do I remember that stable.
Yep, Absolution.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, I mentioned before looking to watch Fighting with My Family afterwards when this podcast is over, but there's another thing I definitely want to watch. At the time of release, it's Friday, November 18th. So, folks, if you haven't already, go on Disney Plus and watch the sequel to Enchanted. Disenchanted is available now on Disney Plus.
Exactly. We are totally not getting paid for this.
We are not at all.
No,
we just love to promote things, though. Yep. So, I'm going to go... for this match, I'm going to go Saraya, even though for whatever reason, I just got this weird feeling, what if Britt Baker goes over?
Then people could cry and complain on social media and then leave it all alone, then that'll be the end of it?
For my case, I think it would be like, if Britt Baker wins, it'll probably show that, or it'll show that maybe Saraya just wasn't ready.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Saraya too.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna move on to a tag team match. A match that we don't really have much to say, but we got a few things, interesting things. That's Darby Allin and Sting again taking on Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. Wait, what? Jeff Jarrett?
Here, Christian, here's the script right there.
It says Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. What the hell's going on? Are you serious?
Wait. Here we go. Hang on, I'm gonna put this right here. Okay. There it is. Okay, there you go. Read now.
It still says Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett.
I know. Look what else it says.
Against Darby Allin and Sting.
Yes. Oh, Tony Khan told me to tell you this too.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Why is he here?
Oh, my God. That is just horrible. How the hell are we booking Sting versus Jeff Jarrett in 2022?
I don't know. Last time we saw this dude was at Ric Flair's final match. And then the last time before that, we saw him at SummerSlam. And why is he dressed like The Undertaker?
Yeah, I don't get that. He's dressed like The Undertaker. He's not really acting much like Double J Jeff Jarrett.
Not really.
But that's because he's in AEW. You can't exactly use his stuff that's on WWE's property.
Oh, yeah, true.
But I will say that I just don't understand this. And I'm also, just constantly rolling my eyes at the constant Darby Allin and Sting matches. I get Sting puts on good performances, but this is just getting a little too much.
We're almost 3 years in. Why is Sting still in All Elite Wrestling? There's no reason to. There really is no explanation why they're together. So
there really isn't. Darby Allin and Sting. And here's the thing. This, in my opinion, is holding back Darby Allin.
Darbs has been held back for a pretty good while this year. I
mean, ever since he lost the TNT Championship to Miro, he has not exactly been doing good on his own. I mean, he was TNT Champion while he was a Sting at the start of it, but then, after he lost it, he had this one good feud with MJF, and that's it. Ever since then, he's been going all over the place, not really doing anything, and isn't he one of the damn pillars of this company?
Oh, forget the pillars. That's just some stupid wording they like to put in there. Give me a break.
MJF, Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, and who the hell's the fourth one?
Britt Baker, I think. I don't freaking know. Who's I don't know.
Jungle Boy, that's it.
Oh, Tarzan. Yeah, nobody cares about him. I feel his theme song, though.
I'm just saying, I feel bad for this because Darby Allin and Sting have been together for 2 years now, and they've gone nowhere. And I get the whole thing. They put on good matches. Very nice. We're going nowhere in a storyline perspective, and so much as y'all don't like to admit it, storylines matter more. They come first.
Exactly, especially when it comes to this company. I get it. It's all flips and dives and stuff, which I do appreciate. Do not get me wrong. I'm a work rate kind of guy. But at the same time, I love some story to my work rate.
Yeah,
there's no reason why this match is happening.
Darby Allin is being wasted with this whole thing. This is just so Sting can perform and put on a really good match. And he's always in tag team match because, let's be honest, I don't think he can carry a singles match anymore.
You want to talk wasted, Christian? Look at Jay Lethal. Poor guy.
Jay Lethal debuted on Full Gear last year.
And he's done nothing.
Yeah, Jay Lethal showed up on pay-per-view, had literally signed a contract on the stage. It was one of those debuts, and when that happens, you think this is a huge deal. He has the one match with Sammy Guevara on Dynamite in Norfolk, Virginia. I was there, and it was wonderful to hang out with Long Neck Josh. And then he disappeared for a few months.
Yep.
And then when he came back, he did a little bit of this, and, I think he once did that.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I don't know, anyways.
Yeah, I think he was also... No, wait, that wasn't him. No, it was this... No. He was in the feud... No, he wasn't. And, he's with Jeff Jarrett against in Ric Flair's last match. Oh, okay. Now what?
Oh, that happened, yeah.
Yeah, okay, now he's teaming with Jeff Jarrett again. Oh, okay, now he's part of this group. Oh, okay, now...
And then he turned heel for no reason. Now he's aligned with freaking the big giant Satnam, whoever that guy is.
Satnam Singh.
And for some reason, Satnam Singh, and then Sanjay Dutt for some reason.
Yeah, What is going on here? Wasn't Jay Lethal supposed to be some huge deal?
everyone who comes into the doors of All Elite Wrestling is treated like a big deal until they forget about you. So,
like
have fun on Dark.
Yeah, like Athena.
Who?
Oh, right. Like Ruby Soho.
Who? Oh, I wish I sent her my best wishes stuff. But still, who?
Yeah. It's like Athena. Athena was another example of someone who debuted on pay-per-view. Looked as a huge deal, and even a lot of people thought maybe she could be the one to eventually dethrone Jade Cargill, and Jade beat her in like 4 minutes.
Yeah. When she came in, I freaking laughed. Not because of her. Oh, no, because I knew they were going to push her to the freaking moon. And I was proven right. And she's forgotten.
Yep.
Good job, AEW.
Well done on that.
Brilliant job,
So for this tag team match, I'm like, we have one team that honestly just doesn't need to exist with Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. Oh, they're there because, Jeff can still go. Oh, nice. Whatever. Who gives a fuck?
Oh, they were teaming at Impact Wrestling.
Oh, very nice. Who gives a fuck?
And they were never teaming with Impact Wrestling. They never even, really did anything outside of, a few segments.
And then you got Darby Allin and Sting, a team that's been together for 2 years, and, well, they have literally no direction because, they're just there just to be mysterious, and that's it.
And why are they a tag team? I don't freaking know. Is Darby Allin's kid, Sting's son?
Honestly...
What is the story?
Honestly, when Darby Allin was CM Punk's first opponent, that actually had me thinking for a while that, hey, maybe after this match, Darby will realize, hey, he can hang with the guys like CM Punk, and then, move on from Sting. Nope, he did nothing, none of that.
No.
That was over a year ago, and, no, nothing.
And now the other guy's gone. Oh, well, bye.
Yeah, that match benefited CM Punk because, everyone was focused on him. Nobody focused on Darby Allin. He's back to just hanging out with Sting. Very nice. How long is this going to go on? Another 2 damn years?
I don't freaking know.
It just bores the living shit out of me because, fuck, I don't give a fuck. Darby Allin and Sting's going to win.
Darby Allin and Sting, nobody freaking cares.
Yeah.
Just a minute, guys. If you do care, that's great. That is awesome. But I, myself, and Brother Miracle here do not care.
Indeed. We're brothers. We're brothers to the end. And brothers stick together.
Right.
Brothers stick together at all times. Except for the likes of Jurassic Express.
Oh!
Because we're talking now Jungle Boy versus Luchasaurus inside of a steel cage, and hopefully this will actually last longer than 20 seconds. I like what happened with Christian Cage and Jungle Boy at All Out.
Yeah, that was something.
A lot of that had to be cut for time. I believe Christian hurt himself, and they had to cut it because of time constraints.
Yeah. Poor Christian.
I mean, that's what happens.
Cage.
That's what happens when you put every match possible onto your pay-per-view and you have a 4-hour time limit.
What was last year? Last match, 15 minutes with that, or 15 matches with that card?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It was 15 matches, I remember, and I was like, oh I got fucking hell.
Oh, Lord. This one has 10 so far. Keep it like that.
Yeah, and I'm totally cool with this. I'm totally cool with it.
Same here.
Because, in my opinion, you can have quite a number of them. If you have a 4-hour time limit, I'm like, okay, I know for a fact there's a couple of these matches that won't last longer than 10 minutes. The rest, on the other hand, can be given some good time.
Oh, you know it.
But I really wish AEW would go down what the WWE is doing. They have 6 matches per pay-per-view, and they can fill. Here's Clash of the Castle was 3.5 hours long, and they had only 6 matches, and all of them were shown to great perfection. In this case, I get AEW has only 4 pay-per-views a year. That's nice, but don't overblow yourself.
Exactly.
That is just really irritating.
It is, dude.
But Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus is an example of a match that definitely should be on the card because I for one, have been looking forward to this match. I mean, their rivalry's been alright. It's been some back and forth moments where Luchasaurus, he's heel. Oh, nope, he's face again. Oh, nope, he turned heel again. Now his true allegiance is revealed. And so I'm like, okay, good. We at least know there's a true direction now.
Yes, and this might be the end, because usually steel cage, there's stipulations like this usually culminate in a good story. So there you go, which I like. I appreciate this. Good stuff.
And I like steel cage matches in AEW because I was at All Out in 2021 when the Young Bucks took on Lucha Brothers inside of a steel cage, and that was outstanding.
Good match. Good match.
It really was. So now since Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus know each other so well, I know for a fact they are going to go wild inside of that steel cage.
Oh, they are.
Huh. But as to who should win, I'm trying to figure that one out. And actually, that's a good thing if I'm trying to figure that one out.
There you go.
Because both wrestlers can benefit from this win, but at the same time,
They can.
the other can also take a massive L.
Oh, yeah, but it won't hurt them in defeat.
We don't know that, actually.
That is very true, yeah.
Jungle Boy is potentially one of the pillars in AEW, so there's that to think about. Luchasaurus, I'd be afraid if he's honestly just going to be another lucha guy in the background.
I got that reference.
Yeah, just going around doing the lucha thing.
Anyways. I got that reference.
Yep. So, Hugh Balor, I'll actually ask you, what are your thoughts on this rivalry in this match?
I mean, the rivalry's been pretty fun. Okay, let me phrase it. I've been enjoying it. I'm kind of getting tired of, like, the back and forth with Luchasaurus during heel and babyface. I think it's just more confusing than anything. Now, I really think this was supposed to be Christian Cage, but, of course, Christian's hurt, so they had to put him on the sidelines, of course, and put, Luchasaurus in there to do the deed and all that kind of stuff. But I really think this is going to be where Luchasaurus' true allegiance lies. And I really think that he's going to, turn back to the light. I think I'm going to go Jungle Boy to win this. I think, Luchasaurus is going to, Christian Cage is going to probably interfere, of course, somehow. And in the end, I think Jungle Boy will win and bring his best friend back to the light. And that'll be the end of it.
If I'm being perfectly honest, I would have preferred Jungle Boy versus Luchasaurus over Jungle versus Christian anyway.
There you go.
Because, well, you don't need to put this old veteran against, a current star all the time.
Exactly.
There's some times where it's okay. Other times you're like, really? You just want to do this right now?
Yeah, just do it for the heck of it.
Yeah, I'm also going to go for Jungle Boy on this because, let's be honest, he's been on the receiving end of losses in this feud.
Yeah. Best theme song's cool.
Everyone loves the Jungle Boy music.
Dude, it's so catchy.
I hope he keeps it after this is over.
Now watch them do it. Watch them, remix or something or get rid of it because you said that.
I mean, they did once remix Cody Rhodes' Kingdom, and that was awful.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah. Well, folks, that's going to conclude our non-title matches. Now we got 7 championships to talk about. Are you ready for that?
7-7, take me up to heaven. Oh my freaking gosh.
I can't believe you just said that, but okay.
I'll take 7 minutes in heaven.
7 minutes in heaven. And that leads to marriage, and that's 7 minutes in hell.
You're damn right.
I'm just kidding. If any of you are listening to this and you're a married couple, I hope you live the happiest you can be.
Oh, yeah. The best glorious life you can.
Yep. So, since this is technically not an AEW title, we're going to start with the Ring of Honor World Championship match. It's a fatal 4-way, and this... Oh, I heard a beep noise. What was that beep noise?
Oh, it's my notification.
Aha.
Oh, it's Ringside News. Screw you, Ringside News. Not now. I'm working.
Indeed. It's a fatal 4-way match for the Ring of Honor World title. The champion is Chris Jericho. Wait, what?
Yes, Chris Jericho.
The guy from The Masked Singer?
Yeah, that Chris Jericho.
Wow. The guy that was on Dancing with the Stars at one time?
I completely forgot he did that.
That was 10 years ago.
10 years? Oh my god! What the heck?
Yeah, that was literally 10 years ago. Anyways, Jericho is defending against Sammy Guevara, the best ever. The guy who snow angels over all of your hate.
Yay.
And he's also taken on Claudio Castagnoli.
Claudio Castagnoli, Cesaro, whatever you want to call him, the guy who swings, the guy who yodels, the guy who has a bar to his name.
Yep.
That guy.
And of course, Heel Balor, would you like to?
Of course, Brother Maracle. The GOAT, the goddamn GOAT, the best of all time, the greatest of all time, in my opinion, one of the greatest professional wrestlers out there, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Formerly known as D-Bry.
Yep. So, I should be nervous on 4-way because we got 2 members of the Blackpool Combat Club and two Maracles of the Jericho Appreciation Society, but it's a fatal four-way. It ain't a tag team match. You know, a lot of people thought this was going to be a tag team match at first.
The tag match happened this past week.
Yep, but I'm glad they're doing this instead. It's a four-way for the world title. It's time to find out where allegiances truly lie.
Oh, yeah, for real.
And let's be honest, Sammy Guevara has had amazing matches with Bryan Danielson the last few weeks.
As much as I'm not liking Sammy's current incarnation, I'm enjoying the matches he's been doing with D-Bry. I'm loving it.
Yep. And then Jericho, well, he's he's just the champion.
He's Jericho. Can we? Okay, one more thing, AEW. Can we please get rid of Judas, or at least do something else?
It'd be nice to
can we get something else?
It'd be nice to try something new for a change, because Jericho, he likes to reinvent himself. So let him.
Exactly. Let him reinvent his music.
Absolutely.
Please.
It'd be like him still doing the list that Jericho did this very day from 6 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
It won't have the same impact.
Well, they already did that, so in AEW, so.
Claudio Castagnoli is also the former Ring of Honor World Champion, the guy who lost the title to Jericho, and then you got Bryan Danielson, who, let's be honest, just wants to kick people's fucking heads in.
Yeah, that's what he does. Then there's Cesaro, Claudio, and he's just...
I already mentioned
he's there.
I already mentioned him, but
I'm
okay.
saying, but he's just there.
So, in your opinion, who would honestly benefit more on winning this match?
Bryan Danielson. Because he's done nothing right now. He's just been losing. And, well, not really. He's been losing, but also somewhat winning. And I'm getting sick and tired of this rivalry. Why is it still going? Literally, why is it still going? I'm so sick and tired of this combination between the Jericho Appreciation Society and the Blackpool Combat Club. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the Blackpool Combat Club. The Jericho Appreciation Side was going great until you brought in Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti. I'm sorry, Tay Mello.
Yeah, but I'll be honest.
That's what went downhill.
Yeah, putting Sammy Guevara back with Jericho was a bad idea.
And it doesn't make any sense storyline-wise. Like, why would you do it? Oh, they were best friends in the other stable. That doesn't mean you put them in another stable.
And that wasn't even long ago either.
It wasn't. Think.
We got Darby, Allin, and Sting constantly hanging out with each other all the time, and now it's Jericho and Sammy Guevara. They've been inseparable since day one, literally.
Literally since day one, because that's when the freaking stable began. They were the first stable in the company.
Yep. I mean, there was the Elite.
Yeah, but then we'll get to them in a minute. Oh, yeah. But I don't get it. Like, why is this story still going? Like, I don't get it. It's not really benefiting anybody except, I guess, Jericho, because... Don't get me wrong, Jericho's great. A veteran, for God's sakes, of many decades and years. But I'm sorry, Chris Jericho being the Ring of Honor World Champion and trying to, quote-unquote, help Ring of Honor. I'm sorry. First of all, ROH is dead. There's no resurrecting it, period. You can say they can resurrect it all you want, and that's fair. I, myself, in my personal opinion, think ROH is just completely gone. Second of all...
I agree.
Yeah, it's not helping anybody. Like, I love Chris Jericho. It's not really against him. It's just that Tony Khan's putting all his eggs in one basket, and he's not benefiting from anything. It's not helping at all.
Here's the problem. He's got an endless amount of eggs and a tiny basket.
That last part is so true, because let's be honest, he does have a tiny basket, if you know what I mean. Anyways, but yeah, it's not really benefiting anybody. Look at Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson should already be champion right now. Like. And then there's Claudio and Cesaro. He's came in like a house of bricks and all that. Came in and fought Zack Sabre Jr. at Forbidden Door. And after that, I mean, a few weeks after, I think probably a few months, won the ROH World title. Great. And now he's basically just there. Oh, and then there's WILLIE, but nobody cares about him because he has no charisma. He's freaking boring like sad potatoes. But I digress. And we'll get to Willie Regal in a little bit later on the podcast.
Did you just call him Willie?
And then there's...
Wait. Did you just call him Willie Regal?
Yeah, that's what MJF calls him.
Oh, I guess that's
what MJF calls him.
I'll be honest. That is crazy.
Yeah, for real. That's why I was like, yo, you calling me MJF? I mean, but yeah, I mean, it's so weird, man. Anyway, Sammy Guevara, I mean, I love Sammy. Don't get me wrong, but just... I don't know. He's just been something.
At times, he's got to keep his mouth shut.
Yes, at times. Yeah, you really keep your mouth shut, buddy. For real.
I mean,
Bad wrestler.
If he wasn't doing that, like, at the same time, he's proven how much he can hang with the likes of a Bryan Danielson, of a Jericho, of a Claudio, and so many others.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for real.
One of my favorite
combustible things going.
One of my favorite moments in AEW was being in the crowd when he won the AEW TNT title in Rochester.
Classic moment, man. I got my reaction, dude.
Yeah, I was crying. I was in the audience. I was crying.
Was so happy.
And for me, the person who could benefit the most from this, honestly, is Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the reason for that is because, Sammy Guevara is one of the pillars of AEW.
Yeah, he is. If there are pillars, but okay.
But, well, that ain't the reason. Just the reason. It's also because, like, he's a guy who can benefit in the long-term run. And at the same time, if he can, since he's got all this hate from the audience, people can go ahead and say it's go away hate, he won everything, whatever the hell, I don't give a shit. But, if he's the Ring of Honor World Champion, you'll want whoever the hell is going to take it from him to kick his ass.
Or kick his head in. Or both.
That too, yeah. Because, like, having a heel champion that everyone legitimately despises is actually good for business. Because,
yeah,
you want to hate the guy. And here's the thing, while he has been an asshole on Twitter and everything, how do you know that's him in real life?
Exactly.
You don't
Exactly.
know.
How do you know if he's not like this in real life?
Yeah, we
don't know that.
We don't know that at all. I mean, here's the thing. In some ways, Sammy, and even myself, sometimes we kept in touch.
I've DM'd Sammy a few times. We cool.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But, let's see, Claudio
Castagnoli. He left me on scene
Castagnoli.
one time, but okay.
There's a Claudio Castagnoli. No, not at all.
Nah, it's not gonna be. He just won the freaking belt
he just
anyway.
won the title, so I don't think see him losing it. Jericho, I'm like, yeah, I'm very sure he could retain and he could continue his little run here, but I don't get why though, because if you're trying to rebuild up ROH, as Willie said, it's already dead in the water. So it's got no TV deal and everything. Tony Khan bought Ring of Honor earlier this year, and then literally threw it into the majority of his TV tapings to the point where this is literally Ring of Honor Dynamite.
That has a nice ring to it, but it's not sticking. Yeah, I knew it from the very beginning. People were like, "Oh my God, this is great. He's gonna rebuild ROH." I'm like, "No, he's not.
Nope.
No, he's not. Watch." And he killed it. I'm like, he killed it.
Matter of fact, honestly, sometimes I gotta remind you sometimes, dude. And you know what I had to remind you of?
What you got?
Since I know you probably forgotten about this, Samoa Joe's the television champion of Ring of Honor.
Oh, that guy.
And
cool.
Was Mercedes Martinez the women's champ right now?
I think she recently came back, and I think she is. I don't freaking know. That company's dead. Like I said, it's dead.
Yeah, like here's the thing. Ring of Honor literally has nothing going on for it. It's got a pay-per-view coming up in December, which, by the way, no, we're not.
Who's watching it?
Which,
no,
by the way, yeah,
I mean,
no, we're not.
It, great, but yeah.
Yeah, which, by the way, yeah, folks, no, we're not talking about it.
No, we're not talking about. We're gonna be too busy talking about something else on that day.
We're gonna be talking about NXT Deadline.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's more.
Because I'm just sorry, but pretty much every single member of the Ring of Honor roster is an AEW wrestler, so it's literally just another AEW event.
Exactly, like Christian said.
Yeah, I guarantee, like, even the Supercard of Honor in 2023, if that's going to be a thing again. Although I highly doubt that's going to be a thing, because we remember Tony Khan did say he doesn't want to have, like, AEW events in, like, WrestleMania weekend.
Why?
Exactly, why? Like, let's be honest, how cool would it be if AEW hosted a pay-per-view on WrestleMania weekend? Not on the same day as Mania, but, on, like, the Friday or something.
For God's sakes, Tony, like, what are you doing?
It's called good business.
My gosh.
Why do you think Impact Wrestling and Ring of Honor and other places come together in that city to host events? Why do you think they do that? Because everyone,
publicity.
The biggest wrestling fans are going to be there on that time. Hello?
Exactly. And they're all sharing the same spotlight. Do you not want that? Of course you don't.
Yeah, here's the thing.
My feelings, oh my God. Whatever.
Yeah, it's not like as if, like they're going to show up and they're trying to, like, literally compete with WrestleMania. All them other places, they're like, no, we ain't going anywhere near WrestleMania.
We're here to share the piece of the pie. That's literally what they're doing.
Yeah, like I remember 2019. Like, what's a great thing about 2019?
What you got?
Thursday on that WrestleMania weekend, Impact Wrestling hosted a pay-per-view called United We Stand, and it was fun. I mean, I didn't watch it, but I heard it was fun.
I didn't either.
Following day, there was NXT TakeOver New York.
Loved it.
And then the next day, the G1 Supercard in Madison Square Garden.
Loved it. Well, the New Japan side, the ROH side sucked, but yeah, love it.
And then there was WrestleMania the next day. You know what that is? That's called the perfect weekend.
Do you not get what we're trying to say, Tony?
Although at the same time, it's been a lot difficult to try and do things ever since WrestleMania turned into 2 nights.
That is very true. But still, you can still use the publicity right there to like get your audience on kind of stuff.
Honestly,
No.
Hell, honestly, like AEW could totally just like host an event during WrestleCon. They already have their AEW wrestlers showing up at WrestleCon to take autographs and everything, so why not?
Exactly.
You got the Impact Wrestling's done things. What else has done things? Like I can't even name it. I mean,
there's many indie promotions doing it. Like GCW did something too with WrestleMania weekend.
I like how Impact Wrestling, they hosted an event on WrestleCon weekend earlier this year. It was called Multiverse of Matches.
I got that reference immediately.
Yeah, and the reason they hosted that is because they knew they were going to combine it together with other indie companies.
Exactly.
And it worked out, honestly. It wasn't, the best event from what I heard, but, it was all right. And at the same time, people who were there were satisfied and having a good time.
Exactly.
AEW just doesn't want to do it because, they think they're on WWE's level, so they deserve to be in the giant arenas.
You're not on WWE's level, but go on.
Yeah, they're not going to be on WWE's level. Sorry about that. That's just reality for you.
It is what it is. Like they're their own thing, and WWE's their own thing.
I mean, hell, Ring of Honor managed to, do well with their Supercard of Honor events. Like, they managed to host the great stuff, like even earlier this year in Dallas. So,
the only thing I remember was Samoa Joe debuting, and then that was about it. Oh, and the Briscoes in that show, that was really good too.
Yeah, so that's always good. I'm just hoping, like, if when it comes to Ring of Honor, AEW claims they have plans for 2023. I'm like, why can't you just wait it? Okay, you could buy Ring of Honor in 2022, yeah, but if you had to wait till 2023 to really execute the plans, then don't debut the freaking titles again and don't put them on your damn programming because it's not working.
They're not. They don't know a dang thing what they're doing, Christian. Let's be honest here.
Is this Fatal 4 going to be amazing? Absolutely.
Of course it is.
Freaking-lutely.
It's for the best wrestlers in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, we even called Sammy Guevara one of the best in the world. Because, honestly, he's proven that he is.
Yeah, he is. Bryan Danielson's up there, too. Sam Claudio Castro, whatever the heck his name is.
That's a go.
And then we got Christopher Jericho.
Exactly. Hello. That's going to be an amazing match. But we're not watching it in the hopes of benefiting Ring of Honor. We're watching it because it's 4 of the best wrestlers ever. This could be just a regular 4 with nothing at stake, or a 4-way for another AEW title, and we would look at it the same way.
Exactly.
This has nothing to do with Ring of Honor, and Ring of Honor should not be AEW's development territory. It should be its own thing like it used to.
Exactly.
But
they're treating it just like developmental.
But it is what it is. For now,
who's going to win? Chris Jericho. Enough said.
Yeah, I'm honestly going to go with Jericho on that as well. But at the same time, I got this odd feeling. Maybe it could be Bryan Danielson.
Better be.
However, let's be honest. If Bryan Danielson loses this match, then he will have failed on every AEW pay-per-view this year.
Yep. And Tony, you can take that to the bank.
Yeah. His only victory on pay-per-view was last year's Full Gear when he beat Miro in that tournament final.
Joy.
And now at Revolution this year, lost to Jon Moxley, Double or Nothing. He took the pin in the Anarchy match.
Gross.
Actually, he took the submission. That's what it was.
Gross.
He wasn't even at Forbidden Door.
Sadly.
And then he lost to Jericho at All Out.
We don't talk about
that. That match sucked. The rematch in Toronto, from Toronto was way better.
Exactly.
I'm like, what the hell?
And he should have won that too.
Yeah, he lost that too.
What are you doing, Bryan Anderson?
Probably because
Jericho. Do you want him to go back to the other company? God.
Yeah, he's not exactly.
What are you doing?
I mean, if you don't want to be world champion, I'm totally cool with that. But a lot of
that's fine.
A lot of the times his feuds have not exactly worked out in the long run. I mean, in a way, it worked with Adam Page, where they had some really good matches, but he lost all of them. And not to mention, it wasn't doing well in the build-up. A lot of the build-up was just, hey, I want to fight you. I'm going to face you for the title. All right, then let's do a 60-minute draw.
Yay!
And then, he had a mini feud with Jon Moxley. That ended up going from, they're feuding with each other. Oh, now they're teaming with each other, which actually worked out cool. It was nice to see that happen.
Oh, yeah.
And then, he's with Blackpool Combat Club. They feuded with Jericho Appreciation Society. And Bryan's been on the receiving end of loss after loss after loss after loss after loss. He even lost to Frank. Who the hell did he lose to? Like Wheeler Yuta? Or was it, who the hell beat him earlier this year? It was when he came back. It was when he came back after that concussion, right?
Oh, he lost to Daniel Garcia.
Daniel Garcia, that's who it was. And where the hell is Daniel Garcia anymore?
I don't. Catering?
They forgot what they were doing with Daniel Garcia.
They forgot about him.
Yeah, Jericho's the one who benefited the most from Bryan Danielson and Daniel Garcia.
Yep.
It's always Jericho. I mean, I get it. Like Jericho, he's been here since day one. He was the inaugural world champion. Joy. Well, here's the thing. Jericho is not the heart and soul of AEW. That honor goes to Jon Moxley.
And soon another person we'll be talking about a little bit later. Why is this match even happening? I know why in storyline it's happening, but who's going to benefit from it more outside of Chris Jericho?
The ones who should really benefit, the ones who really should benefit the most from this is either Bryan Danielson or Sammy Guevara, not Jericho, not Claudio.
Yeah, because Claudio's just here for reasons, and this is a story. Danielson's here because of stories, and if anything, if you want to make a new star, that's how you do it. Put it on Sammy Guevara, and then have Danielson beat him at Final Battle.
Yeah, wait. Oh yeah, that's the name of the pay-per-view. Sorry.
Exactly. Yeah. That show that nobody probably is not going to watch. But if you're watching, great, good for you. But I'm not watching it, so. Actually, I don't freaking know. It depends.
So for now, I believe here's the thing. You'll go for Jericho. I'm actually going to go, my prediction is Bryan Danielson. Because in some ways, I got a little bit of hope.
I hope Danielson wins. I'm going to go Chris Jericho, though.
Yeah, I never thought we'd be dissecting this match for quite a while.
Yeah, for real.
All right, we're going to move on.
That's what means we don't do anything interesting to AEW. I'm going to say WWE. AEW?
I mean, WWE's been on the receiving end of that criticism, too.
Oh, yes.
A lot.
They have. Just wait till next week. Just wait till next week, folks. We'll talk about it. Don't you?
All right, folks, we're going to move on. And for once, here's the thing. Before we talk about this championship match, for once, we're actually going to last a little bit and talk a little bit about it because it actually has a mildly intriguing storyline. The TBS Championship, as Jade Cargill's defending against Nyla Rose, the person who stole the championship for weeks. And I'll be honest, Nyla Rose stealing Jade Cargill's title has been the most entertaining thing about that title by mildly in interest. And Willie, oh my God!
Huh? What? Ow! What? Wait, what?
You criticize me when I fall asleep on the podcast.
Wait, what's we on?
We were talking about Jade Oh, he's asleep again. Damn it! Willie, wake up!
Yes, Huh? What?
Bucket of water, right on your head.
What? Huh? Wait, what is it? What?
That'll work. That'll keep you up for a while.
Is the pizza here?
No, we didn't order pizza.
Yes, we did.
No, we actually did not. That was last week.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, is the spaghetti ready?
No food was being cooked!
What do you mean? We're done recording.
Oh my God, no. We're in the midst of talking Full Gear. We're talking Full Gear. Look, we're talking Jade Cargill and another. Stop falling asleep! Get up!
What? What?
Stop it!
What?
Wake up!
What is it?
All right.
Where are we? What?
Okay, maybe I overestimated myself. I was only mildly interested in that, and now I just realized how shit this whole thing was.
What is it? What match? What are we on the main event?
No.
Okay, so here we are, Jon Moxley and what? We're talking about the main event, though.
I swear to God, I'm gonna keep hitting you if I have to do this. Okay? What I'm saying is, Jade Cargill versus Nyla Rose.
Who? Who and who?
Okay, all right, folks. In all honesty, I will say, I do give credit to Tony Schiavone. From what I heard, a lot of the Nyla Rose stealing the TBS title was his idea. I'm like,
Yay!
well, that was mildly interesting,
Cool.
and honestly, mildly interesting is an improvement for that TBS championship.
What? You mean the Jade Cargill belt?
Yeah.
Oh, that thing. Yeah. I don't care, honestly. No, for real, I really don't give a shit. I mean, it's slightly interesting.
This actually reminds me of something. Yeah, AEW doesn't do their win-loss records anymore.
I wonder why.
Because that was a waste of time.
Because it failed.
Yeah,
That's why.
Having a win-loss record on your ranking system doesn't exactly work out when, it's a scripted entertainment show and a majority of the time, and everything is predetermined.
Exactly.
This isn't
we knew what they were trying to do, but still.
This ain't like actual boxing or MMA fights where, the outcomes are completely unknown.
Exactly.
And those ranking systems are worth it because, you have actual fight records here.
Exactly.
Or a sports team, the score that wins the most games, that's up in their ranks.
Mm-hmm. See, he gets it.
That's how they determine their spots in the championships. But in this case, in pro wrestling, it just doesn't exactly work out when everything's predetermined because somebody is destined to be 0-50 for their whole life.
Oh, yeah, for real.
Or in Jade Cargill's case, almost 50-0. Oh my God.
Joy. Wonderful. Amazing.
She is literally female Goldberg. And I'm trying to say this in the best of ways. I'm not trying to sound too judgmental here because otherwise she's going to explode all over me like she did on JD from NY. And I will get...
anyways.
I will admit, though, here's the thing. JD from NY, biggest asshole I've ever seen. Completely.
Yeah, whatever. Screw him.
But honestly, he did have a good point on something for once. That is Jade Cargill just can't take criticism.
What do you mean?
I mean, here's the thing. He mentioned when it came to Jade Cargill versus Marina Shafir, JD from NY said, "Oh joy, I don't want to see this match." And then that's caused Jade Cargill to completely blow up on him, make fun of him, and shit like that. And even Britt Baker started shitting on him. And here's the thing. And this whole thing is like, hey, it's just constructive criticism. Because in my personal opinion, that actually was constructive criticism. When JD was like, I don't want to see this match because it bores me. And Jade Cargill hasn't been impressing me. She gets mad about that. She can't take the criticism. And, everybody else calls it, I'm defending my coworkers. And I'm like, what? At that moment, I'm like, much as JD from NY is a complete prick and an asshole, he had a good point when he says, nobody is free from criticism.
Thank you. For once, the guy from New York says something good.
It took him his entire damn career, if he even calls it that. But, it's fine. It's fine. We're not here to talk about that prick. But I just want to say, Jade Cargill and Nyla Rose. Here's the thing. Nyla Rose, former AEW Women's Champion, and honestly, I just really wish that they did more with her because her women's title reign wasn't exactly that good. But I like the direction they were putting her in at that moment. And her, being aligned with Vicky Guerrero, I was excited and hoping that would actually do more good. Make her more of a threat as well. Nyla Rose should be a direct threat to any championship.
Yeah, true.
But they're trying to push this whole thing that Jade Cargill is this undefeated badass whoever beats her is going to be a major star. Well, that's not exactly going to work if she herself is not a major star.
Why does that remind me of something? And no, they're not ripping off Roman Reigns. That just reminds you of Roman Reigns for some reason.
Yeah, at least Roman Reigns is an actual star.
Exactly.
And here's the thing. Is he undefeated? Yes. I mean, here's the thing. He's taken disqualification losses over the last couple years to Seth Rollins or Xavier Woods. But however, no, he hasn't been pinned or submitted. That was actually a huge deal because there was a time he hadn't been pinned or submitted before he became the tribal chief.
Exactly. The last person to pin Reigns was Corbin, which is insane.
Yeah, when he was starting off, his King Corbin won. The character that went on for 2 years.
We don't talk about that, yeah.
Yeah, so Jade Cargill...
About calling the Cobb Corbin, screw him. Anyways.
The thing, of course, is, a lot of her matches have not exactly been that good, especially when almost all of them are over in less than 5 minutes. It's not really...
Probably her weakness.
Yeah, when you have her, even... When she crushed Athena at All Out, and I mean literally crushed her...
Yeah, that was the official burial right there.
Yeah, I was like, okay, where the hell are we going with this? Because, She's not here's the thing. She's a heel. That's good. But she's not exactly doing that well. She's in a standstill, in my honest opinion, because I just really wish that maybe they did something else with the TBS title, because this is just the Jade Cargill title. She's held it since literally the first week of this goddamn year, and it hasn't been entertaining since it started.
I don't know why the belt's even here.
I don't either. I mean, I get it. Like, you have a massive women's division. I'm like, okay, I understand that. It's a secondary title. All right, that's okay. But
half of them are in catering.
Yeah, it's not working out. And even then, the women's division, it sucks, and it needs.
Yeah, it does.
And a lot of the times, I feel bad for them, because it ain't their fault.
Bad for these women.
It's not their fault.
No, what are you doing, Con? What are you doing, buddy? Yeah. Didn't you bring in Madison Rayne or somebody like that to spice the division? Well, that didn't work.
No, it did not work at all.
Because she's on Dark now. Because nobody cares about her. Oh, my God.
Then you bring in Ruby Soho, debut her on pay-per-view last year at All Out. Oh, and she wins, and she's number one contender to the title. I'm like, okay, we're spicing things up a bit, especially since Britt Baker. You had opportunities to Chris Statlander, but then she got hurt, so that's not exactly on them. Or her.
Nah,
so that's
she's probably the one to dethrone Jade.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate result of circumstance.
Exactly.
But then you brought in Athena. Looked like she was going to be a massive threat for several months, and after several months of build up to this, she gets crushed in 4 minutes. And we're
literally.
Like, oh, okay, that, and now where the fuck is she?
Dark.
Maybe it's called Dark because nobody looks at it.
Ouch. Because nobody freaking cares.
All right. I hate
Jade Cargill's
Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose, honestly, has
What you got?
I just wish that they did more with her, because she's an example of somebody who, after even a transgender transformation and a lot of other things, and she's Native American, she's proven that out of both those things, she's made a lot of history just by being there. And at the same time, she can really get the job done against a lot of the top wrestlers. That's mostly because there's not a lot of top wrestlers over there. She is one of the top wrestlers in AEW in the women's division. Been there since literal day one. And has impressed me since the first time I saw her. She's a second women's champion when she honestly should have been the first. No disrespect to Riho. But,
Who?
Yeah, Riho.
Yeah, Riho.
But Nyla Rose, I would have actually picked her to be the one to dethrone Jade Cargill. Not just because she stole the championship, but Nyla Rose holding the title, even though that's not even hers, has been more entertaining than anything Jade Cargill's done in this entire reign.
Oof.
By only a slight little margin, and even a slight little margin is a massive improvement.
Exactly.
Now, if Jade Cargill's going to get all over me because of that, like she did with JD from NY, well, then I guess maybe JD was right when he said she can't take criticism.
That's most people nowadays. They can't take criticism.
Yeah, if you can't take constructive criticism, if people find you boring, here's the thing. It's not just hating, okay? We're trying our best to actually be entertained by this, and we're not afraid to tell you if you suck. And that's fair. If you can't handle
that's fine.
If you can't handle it, you don't belong in the wrestling industry. Or in any industry.
Or anyone for that word.
Yeah, if any industry for that matter, if you can't take criticism. That'd be like, if you were like a massive, great movie director, let's say you made a Star Wars movie, and everyone's shitting on it. And the director's gonna be like, hey, you can't say this, I put my hard work and dedication into it. That doesn't mean you're free from criticism.
Exactly. Everyone is like, there to be criticized. Even it's like light criticism.
Yep. What do you know? This actually lasted quite a bit. But yeah, Jade Cargill is winning again.
Let's be fair, Christian. This talk is going to last more longer than the match itself, so who cares?
It would have ended like 5 minutes ago.
Exactly.
Nyla Rose, I feel bad for you.
Yeah, I do too.
You deserve way
Jade
better.
Cargill's going to freaking win.
You deserve way better, Nyla.
Yeah, you do.
I really wish that Nyla Rose would win, because she'd make history as the first woman to have won the women's title and the TBS title.
Might as well have a freaking win, because Jade Cargill's not doing anything for me, man. Not against her. It's just she's not Goldberg.
I guarantee when Jade Cargill actually finally loses, she's gonna fall into obscurity, and that's honestly, you know what? If I come back from this and had to say, well, I was wrong, I swear to God, I hope I'm wrong.
There you go.
It's one of those cases where I don't want to be right.
Exactly.
But Jade Cargill is only popular right now because of her undefeated streak, and when that's done, she's done.
Oof.
Just like we're done talking about this dumb match, let's move on to something else.
Next.
The Interim Women's Championship as Toni Storm, the Interim Women's Champion, even though it should honestly, at this point, be the actual Women's Champion, is defending against Jamie Hayter. And for once, Jamie Hayter seems like she's on a different path in comparison to, when she, how she's aligned with Britt Baker. And it seems like they're actually onto something here.
Good.
At that moment, I'm like,
now where's
okay.
the Women's Champion?
Yeah, I'm sorry, if Thunder Rosa is actually hurt, which I'll be honest, I believe she is. If she is hurt,
she is.
Just strip her of the fucking championship. Enough with the interim champions crap.
Please. And I love Thunder Rosa, so please get the hell out of that company. Please, they are not treating you to your full potential.
I mean, she could stay in the company and everything. My biggest concern, my biggest pet peeve is the fact that they just keep this interim crap whenever there's an injured wrestler. I mean, here's the thing. Depending on the severity of Thunder Rosa's injuries, if a champion, let's say, is going to be out for like a month or so, or 2 months, or maybe 3 at the max, it should be 3 months at the max where you consider, okay, we'll have an interim title, and then 3 months later, let's bring the champion back. Okay, fine.
Then and there.
And if that's the case...
Like, we'll put the interim champion. Like, give me a break.
And if that's the case, let's be honest, we're coming up on that 3 months in a couple weeks. If Thunder Rosa doesn't show up then Toni Storm or Jamie Hayter should be the actual AEW Women's Champion. Enough with the interim crap, because that's happened so many times this year. With CM Punk, with the women's title, and even the Ring of Honor freaking women's title. I understand that interim champions in, like, boxing and mixed martial arts, that's a thing. I understand that. But pro wrestling is a lot different here.
For God's sakes, Chris, I'm looking it up right now. Thunder Rosa's been champ since March 16th, and that was 245 days ago.
Yeah, she's been champion for almost as long as Britt Baker now.
Good job, AEW. You botched it up. You botched it up months ago. Now you're still botching it up. And no, it's not Thunder Rosa's fault mostly. And I don't care about the sandbagging crap. We don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, like, here's the thing. Well, the whole thing with Thunder Rosa, she had a perfect build-up leading into her title win, even though, honestly, it should have been a revolution. I understand what they did with the steel cage.
Thank you!
I understand what they did with the steel cage in her hometown, but let's be honest. It was on pay-per-view, and you had her lose just to beat the champion, like, a week later.
And then the title design debut too. Why? Oh my freaking God!
Yeah, that new. I like the women's title design now in comparison to what it used to look like.
But, the Barbie doll belt. Oh wait, that's the other title in another company.
Yeah,
never mind.
But here's the thing. Ever since Thunder Rosa won the title, there's just a lot of people who it's nice to see them chase the title, but when they win the title and you're at the top of the mountain, maybe they're just not as good as you once thought they were.
There's nowhere else to go but down, Brother Maracle.
Yep, nowhere else to go when you're at the top. I mean, I honestly prefer that other statement. If you hit rock bottom, the only place to go is up.
Up, and away. Anyways.
But, well, if you reach up, the only place to go is rock bottom.
I get that reference.
Yeah.
There's no acknowledgement around this place, though.
This is like Thunder Rosa. She had some okay feuds. I will admit though, her feud with Serena Deeb heading into Double or Nothing was a little confusing because it involved Dustin Rhodes for whatever reason.
Who?
Yeah, we don't even know who the fuck that is anymore.
Where is that dude? We know where his brother is, but where the heck is he?
I don't know, but this is not working. Then, of course, Thunder Rosa, she managed to face Toni Storm at Forbidden Door and retained the title. And she was supposed to defend against Toni Storm again at All Out, but then she got hurt. Then we had that 4-way for an interim title. And I was like, oh, fucking hell.
Here we go again.
Here's like, if Toni Storm was always going to win the damn title from Thunder Rosa, probably at All Out, then why wasn't that just for the actual women's title then?
Because Tony Khan does not know what the heck he's doing.
Yeah, he doesn't. Now we have the interim women's titles on the line as Toni Storm is defending against Jamie Hayter. If Toni Storm loses, then she will not be officially recognized as a champion.
To be fair, that championship she's holding is not even relevant anyways, and it's not even the real belt because Thunder Rosa has it. So whoever wins this match nor loses this match is not really going to gain anything from it anyway.
Yeah.
Give it to Jamie Hayter.
What the hell are they fighting for? What the hell is going on here?
Ooh, I know.
Willie?
Nothing.
Nothing, huh?
Nothing.
Aha.
Nothing, yeah, nothing.
Interesting. Toni Storm, she's an example of like a female who came into AEW and actually has been doing great since she showed up. So I'll give her that.
Her mouth is getting on my nerves, though. She's really getting on my nerves, people. Like, I love Toni Storm, but god dang, you need to keep your mouth shut. Jeez.
Yeah. So, I'm just seriously hoping that we can go ahead and forget about the interim title stuff after this, because if someone gets injured, just vacate the title, and when they recover from injury, give them the first shot.
What happens if the interim women's champion gets injured? Does the interim women's champion get turned into the interim women's championship then? Like, what are we doing here?
Probably, yep.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So, yeah, Toni Storm.
Toni Storm. I don't care. Jamie Hayter should win this match, but she's not going to.
Nope.
With how over she is, in my opinion, Jamie Hayter's in the good position to win the freaking belt. She's not going to, because probably at this match, that's when Thunder Rosa comes back, and then they're going to turn her freaking heel, probably, which I don't want them to. I will be very pissed off if they do that. And they're going to get the belt to Toni Storm anyways, because Toni Storm, just... God, keep your mouth shut, please. God, you're pissing me off. I love Toni Storm, but God, she's pissing me off with this stuff. Stop criticizing Thunder Rosa 24/7.
Yeah, that I
you
just...
of all people.
Yeah, that I just don't get. I just don't understand.
That's where my anger's coming from.
Unless maybe
like,
this...
I'm getting so tired of her.
Unless maybe this is Toni Storm's way of saying, hey, I should be the actual champion, not the interim champion. If you're doing that, take the criticism to Tony Khan or something.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying, too. Don't take it with Thunder Rosa. She didn't do this.
Yeah.
She didn't get injured on purpose. God.
Yeah.
Take your ego somewhere else. God.
Take it up with Tony Khan. He's the one in charge here. He's the one who gave you that interim title in the first place. You should honestly just...
Take it up with freaking Tony Khan. That guy. God.
Yeah, the guy who apparently can't stand around and take this fucking shit while looking around look confused as if he lost his way.
Give me a freaking break.
Because he literally did lose his way.
Yeah, because he's not one of women's division, nor had he's run a freaking company right now. He only knows how to run the tag team division and slightly the main event scene.
Slightly, that's the scary part. Alright, we're going to move on to the next match, and I will say, after over a damn year, finally, the TNT Championship is being defended on pay-per-view. It only took them since All Out 2021. And in all the previous pay-per-views, the TNT Champion was in random tag team matches.
Yay!
But I'm interested in this one. It's Wardlow defending in a triple threat against Powerhouse Hobbs and Samoa Joe. Reinforce the damn ring for this one.
I am so hyped for this banger.
I've been hoping that... Good. Here's the thing. When Samoa Joe had attacked Wardlow and everything, I was like, okay, I see where this is going. They're going to have a triple threat. But then I was like, oh, fuck. If they talk about this next week, Samoa Joe's going to be like, I challenge you guys to a title match at Rampage. And that would have been like, oh, damn it, so close. I was scared about that, but no. They confirmed it for the pay-per-view, folks. Wardlow's defending on pay-per-view for the first time ever. The last person to defend the TNT title on pay-per-view was Miro. When he defended Miro, when he faced Eddie Murphy.
Oh, those two. Yeah, nobody remembers those two.
Yeah, that was over a year ago. It's still one of our funniest moments on the podcast history. But that was also the last time the TNT title was defended on pay-per-view. Because when Sammy Guevara was the champion, he was in tag team matches with Jericho. Or something like that.
Woohoo!
Then you got Scorpio Sky, who never defended it on pay-per-view. And
talk about him.
Yeah. Then, well, you have Wardlow, who finally, after several months, finally is defending it on pay-per-view, and it actually Seems to me like
counts.
It took them long enough for for them to actually treat Wardlow like a champion here, because now he's getting in challenger after challenger, and he's actually being taken seriously as a champion. I'm like, finally! Took you the entire damn reign.
Good.
Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Here's the thing. Samoa Joe, he's the Ring of Honor TV champ, but nobody cares or remembers. Powerhouse Hobbs, he had a feud with Ricky Starks after, Team Taz broke up. And, of course, he beat Ricky Starks in 5 minutes at All Out, and that got cut short because of time. So, in other words, that feud got ruined.
Pretty much.
But it seems to me like, he's got a lot more hype behind him in terms of fan hype. So, I like what they're doing with this. I'm like, take advantage. If someone is over with the audience, they take advantage of it. So, that's what they're doing here. Wardlow, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs. I think each one can benefit from this. So, I give props on that one. Whew. Man.
I do too. At least they're doing something right for once.
Yeah. Be nice to do that. Would have been nice to have seen, like, when Sammy Guevara was champion, it would have been nice to see him defend on pay-per-view. Those would have been kick-ass bangers.
After bangers. Oh, we'll talk about that guy next week.
Yeah, we will. Bangers after bangers. That should really be what AEW pay-per-views are all about, but a lot of the times they haven't been. Like, All Out, that was one of the lowest rated pay-per-views I ever gave them.
Ooh.
And that's unfortunate because it was, and that was not including the damn media scrum that happened afterwards. But
yeah, but pussyfoot Phil. Anyways, sure.
The one thing I wonder about this is who should win. So I'm like, okay, we got Joe. He's he's already a champion, an irrelevant champion, but a champion nonetheless. Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yes.
Powerhouse Hobbs, he's doing great, and honestly, it would be nice to see him defend and go crazy with that title. But at the same time, Wardlow, they're still trying to make him a huge deal after he finally split from MJF, and a lot of times it hasn't exactly been the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, MJF, of course. We always knew MJF would get more credibility than Wardlow afterwards, but Wardlow had little to no credibility after he won the TNT title.
0.
And it wasn't until a few weeks ago where he finally said he was tired of being an afterthought, and he started proving it.
Exactly.
It's a shame that they had to do that, though, because the TNT Championship is also one of the worst booked titles next to the TBS title.
And they both look identical.
Yeah, so at that point, I'm like, wow. So, I'm going to go with Wardlow to retain, because I don't think we're done with him just yet.
Just for the heck of it, just because I want to see what the freaking time. I'm a pretty big fan of the guy. Well, not a big fan, but I'm a fan of his. I'm going with Hobbs.
All right.
I see Hobbs as a champion.
Nice. You're going for...
And plus Wardlow is just there, and then there's the guy from Samoa named Joe, and No, not Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I was about to say that's Roman Reigns.
Not Roman Reigns. No, this guy's way less irrelevant than Roman Reigns. I mean, no offense to Samoa Joe, and of course, all respect to our tribal chief. So.
All right. With that being said, folks, we're going to move on to some tag team action. You ready to talk the AEW World Tag Team Titles? Part 3, folks. The Acclaim, the champions, are defending against Swerve in Our Glory. Or what's left of it. Or like I said, what's left of Swerve in Our Glory.
Yeah, what's left of him, yeah, pretty
because
much.
The reason I say that, folks, is because we've seen so much dissension from that team to the point where the Acclaimed is winning.
The Acclaimed's winning, Swerve's turning heel. Next.
Yeah, that's literally all we can say.
Yeah, pretty much. The music was pretty fun, though. I liked it.
Yeah, I was honestly hoping that when it came to, like, the part 3, because it's the rubber match between the two teams, I would have thought that we would have had more to say, but nope.
Now we're just moving on, and there you go.
Now this next match, we'll have a little bit to talk about. The AEW World Trios Championship. The Death Triangle are defending against, here's the returning elite, or as I actually called them once on Twitter, in reference to Harry Potter, the Death Eliters.
That is so cool.
Honestly, that actually does sound catchy. The Death Leaders. So, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are coming back, and I will be honest, their big hype up and their big return that got confirmed was horrible.
We knew it was them. I kind of found it cool.
Yeah, but it was mostly like that one moment where you just reveal who it is immediately instead. When it comes to the vignettes that were hyping up someone's return, it's like they went the opposite way. They started with, "Hey, this is who it is."
They kind of the opposite direction. It's like, oh, that's who's coming back.
It'd be like debuting Bray Wyatt before the White Rabbit came.
I think that's what they were going for.
Well, it didn't work at all.
Not really. I mean, it was there. It had potential. I liked it, but it really didn't work.
So, this confirms that they are returning from their suspension. As we all know, folks, the Elite were the inaugural trios titles, and then the media scrum happened, and they ended up relinquishing their titles. As much as I would hate to say this, Death Triangle, thanks for coming.
Yeah, you're all finished. Sorry.
Yeah, that's sad too, because they're great contenders here. They're amazing athletes. You got the Lucha Brothers, and I love all Pac.
3 guys. The best.
Yeah, you got all of that, and that's it. To the point where,
then there's that guy to the side, but that's about it. There's that guy.
I mean, the Elite is coming back, and if you want the Elite to become 2-time champs, can you do it a little later, please?
No. No.
Unfortunately, the answer to that is no.
Nope.
Nope, indeed.
I'm excited to see the boys back. I mean,
I guarantee it's going to be match of I think it's going to be match of the night.
Oh yeah, it's going to be probably match of the week.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
It's
probably will be. But truthfully, I just don't understand why the Elite has to come back and then instantly get their titles back, especially after the reason why they were suspended.
I'm going to say a quote from a good friend of mine. And that quote from this individual. The Elite could eat a loss. They're the fucking EVPs, for Christ's sakes, but they won't because they love the smell of their own farts so much.
That is very true. Who said that?
Let's just say he has a beast mode about him.
Aha, 2022 Optimistic Hall of Fame inductee.
Yes, sir. From my brother Beast Mode 9000. He said that quote.
There we go. That's an understandable thing because it's just really not that cool.
Nah, again, I'm excited, but I really want Death Triangle to win, but they're not going to.
Yep. So.
Yeah. The Elite's going over. I mean, great, awesome. I know why, but to be fair, Death Triangle really haven't done much with those championships. They defended them. It's great. They're the longest reigning tag champs as well with those titles.
Well, that's because they're the second team that lasted longer than 3 days.
That is actually true, so yeah. There's nothing to say about it. I mean, the Elite are getting the belts back. Cool. Welcome back, Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. So, yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
So, folks, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the main event. Are you ready for that?
It's time for the main event.
The AEW World Championship's on the line as Jon Moxley is defending against MJF, just like at All Out in 2020.
Yes, sir.
And, oh my God, Moxley, he's a 3-time AEW World Champion, when honestly, right now, it should be 2-time.
Jon Mox, my guy, I'm so proud of you. You've done so good this year.
Jon Mox has been amazing at AEW in 2022. He's been, honestly, he's the heart and soul of AEW.
Yes, he is.
He's been here since literal day one. He debuted at Double or Nothing in 2019. Later claimed his place. And then the following year, Revolution, won the world title, was champion for practically the whole year. And even when he was not champion in 2021, he was involved in a lot of really fun feuds. And in 2022, started rising once again to the occasion, feuding with the likes of Bryan Danielson, and then forming that alliance with William Regal, and then going on to become AEW World Champion 2 more times.
Yep.
And of course, our personal favorite moment when he squashed CM Punk.
Can we go back to that again? Because that was so much fun. I actually thought Mox was going to lose, but thank God he didn't.
Yeah.
And then he lost the belt anyways, and then but CM Punk pulled a CM Punk, so I want to thank CM Punk. CM Punk 3 times in that sentence, but I want to thank Phil thank you, Phil, because without you, buddy, my guy wouldn't be the 3-time AEW World Champ. Thank you, CM Punk.
Yep. And then, folks, we got MJF, who returned it all out after everything that he went through this year. He was, being talked about, and he wasn't even there.
Nope.
That just goes to show how amazingly over MJF is, and the fact that this right here is the perfect main event of the last pay-per-view of 2022. Nobody's been better as a champion in AEW right now, in my opinion, than Moxley.
Exactly.
And that was even when he was the interim world champion.
I still count that reign. I know AEW doesn't, but I still count that reign. So in my world, Mox is the 4-time world champion. So ha.
And then, of course, you got MJF, who after he split up with Wardlow, hated on the entire company, threatened to leave, was gone for a few months, came back at All Out, was the most talked about thing for the entire summer practically.
The summer of Maxwell Feinstein. Good times.
Try to find him, right? He's like Waldo.
Yeah, for real.
And we're not bringing politics into this, but folks, the bidding war of 2024 is much more better to look forward to than Trump 2024.
Yeah. Fuck Trump.
Fuck
Biden.
Joe Biden was unfortunately the result of, this is the only guy we got. Well, we better, yes. I guess we're getting him in here because we got to get this other guy out of here.
Well, I mean, there's a bright side, Mr. Miracle. There's a bright side to everything, right?
Yep.
At least we got each other.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, we do.
And MJF, of course, for this case, the bidding war of 2024, because that's when his contract expires, and I like how he hasn't signed an extension, and honestly, yeah, he is right. AEW, WWE, New Japan, probably even Impact, a lot of other places are going to be placing in their bids because they want him.
Good.
That is a guarantee.
Exactly. The guy is great. The guy's charismatic. He can talk. He can wrestle. He's the same age as me, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Which is really insane.
So
same age as me and Chris, which is insane.
Yeah, that's why this dude is the literal future.
Exactly.
And so, I guarantee, this match of Moxley is going to be an absolute banger.
And another banger.
Because here's the thing, when it comes to MJF at Full Gear, he puts on amazing matches almost every time.
He does, for real.
I mean, his first Full Gear match was in 2020 when he faced and beat Jericho. That was great.
Yep.
2021, he beat Darby Allin in the opening match, and I was like, holy crap, how can anything...
Freaking love that match.
He won with a side headlock takedown, as he said he would.
Yep.
And now this year, contesting for the World Championship.
Finally. Well, again, finally.
Although, personal opinion, if Moxley had to be champion, Jon Moxley should have beat Adam Page for it.
Yeah, he should have.
Should never have been CM Punk. Should never have shoved that piece of shit to the title scene. I mean, even when he was contesting for it, this is before the media scrum happened. When he was contesting for the title, I was like, no.
And I was right.
Yeah, Punk wins at a Double or Nothing. He's injured. Now he's got to relinquish it, and now there's actually, he didn't relinquish it, but now there's an interim champion. Okay.
He wanted to.
Okay, now there's an interim champ. Moxley beat Punk. Now he's the official champ. Punk beats Moxley less than 2 weeks later. Now he talks shit. Now he's out again. What in the fuck? The AEW World title scene was the most fucked up situation.
Especially this year. The World title's been more flopped around than the WWE Championship. At least that championship's actually staying on somebody.
Yeah, I'm like, how the hell do you go from... Jericho's got the title for quite a while. Moxley's got the title for quite a while. Kenny Omega's longest reign champ, almost a full year. Adam Page is champion for quite a while. How do you go from that
to... botched that up.
How do you go from that to flopping it back and forth in a hot potato game between CM Punk and Jon Moxley?
Then Moxley has the freaking belt for beating Bryan Danielson at the stadium show.
And even
which was a really fun match, mind you.
Yeah, it was a fun match and everything, but once again, Moxley is just a transitional champion to MJF.
To be fair, whoever would have won that match would have been transition champion. It was supposed to be Punk. And if Punk didn't open his mouth, yeah. It's so confusing, people.
If Punk, I'll be honest, if Punk had actually kept himself in a good place, then honestly, it should have been him probably facing MJF for the championship.
That's where it's supposed to lead. This is where we're supposed to get CM Punk and MJF. I wanted that. I wanted round,
three.
Three of them? Yeah, round 3 of them.
Because they're tied at 1-1. But now Punk,
Well, we're never seeing the rubber match.
Yeah, CM Punk had to be CM Punk again.
Yeah, we're never seeing the rubber match.
Yeah.
Joy. Dang it. And I want to see him and Bryan Danielson. Dang it. We aren't going to see that either.
If you want, you can go back and watch some old WWE events from 2012 when they had that feud.
Well, there's that, and then there's their stuff in ROH too. But yeah, I wanted to see them kind of tango in AEW too. But it's all good. It's all good.
I don't think it would have ever reached the length that they did back then.
Let's be fair. Punk would have tripped on the first move anyway. So yeah.
Yeah. How the hell can Logan Paul do a better buckshot Lariat than he can?
I don't freaking know.
We're
talking way too much like CM Punk. Anyways.
Logan Paul did that move better than Adam Page.
Yeah, freaking for real. I love Adam Page, but still, yeah, pretty much.
So, Moxley, when he first came into AEW and everything, after he, had left the WWE, it was a great new start for him. It was like a life restart. That's a good thing on his part. One of the best things that happened to him was when he finally went to rehab in 2021 to help with his alcoholism.
Yes, sir.
Came back from that. He's been great ever since, and then he dominated throughout 2022, and he lost the times when he was losing his championship was at the worst time.
Yeah.
This would be an example of it was going to be at the best time. Imagine if he did relinquish the championship. Imagine CM Punk did relinquish the championship. Moxley wins the official title for Forbidden Door and hangs on to it up until now.
That's what should have happened.
Could have been. Yeah. Unfortunately, though, if he loses on Saturday, his title reign is going to last less than 2 months.
It's all good. He's held that belt for a long time anyway, so it's all good. He's held it many times.
3 times.
3-time champ.
I remember I was actually asking myself back when there was, one-time champs. I was like, who's going to become the first ever 2-time champ? And honestly, I was like, I would say Moxley over all of them else. It'd either him or Kenny Omega be the first 2-time champ. And we were right. It was Jon Moxley. Woohoo!
So freaking proud.
Because honestly, Jon Moxley has been an amazing champion for so long. Because,
dang, you're right, he has.
2020, that was honestly his year.
Yeah, it was.
And 2022 is also his year.
Yep.
2021, we all know, was the year of Kenny Omega.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. Welcome back, Kenny Omega, by the way.
2019, let's be honest, that wasn't anybody's single year.
No, it really wasn't, because the company was just getting started, so, yeah.
I always wonder, I wonder who's going to be the...
Technically, that was Chris Jericho's year, if you think about it. Well, not really, but you still.
And also, I hope 2023 is the year of MJF.
There you go. I see a Bryan Danielson, but what do I know?
If MJF wins the title on Saturday, I'm hoping that he holds on to it even until next year's Full Gear.
Till 2024 for the bidding war of 2024. That's how long I hope he holds it for.
Yeah, because honestly, his contract ends in January of 2024, I believe it is, because that's when he first signed it.
Yep.
And that concludes his 5-year deal. And I really hope that how cool would it be if he was still AEW World Champion at the time of this bidding war?
Please. And he signs the forbidden contract on the belt.
That would be scary, and at the same time, that would put all eyes on him. So, I'm really hoping he's champion. He becomes the longest reigning champion, and, well, as he heads into his final year, holy shit, this has got to be the year for MJF. So, AEW, Tony Khan, do not fuck this up.
Oh, we forgot about a few more things, Mr. Miracle. What about the Firm? Those guys.
Oh, yeah, they already fucked that up.
Yeah, they did pretty much. Yeah, they screwed that up. Good job, AEW. Who cares? Oh yeah.
But anyways, you wanted to talk about Willie Regal.
Yeah, Willie Regal. Yes, I want to talk about Mr. Regal, if you don't mind. So Mr. Regal is the whole point of this storyline. Now, we all know the story of MJF and, William Regal, MJF, the young prospect, the young up-and-comer on the indies, all that stuff. Came out through the woodwork, all that stuff. And that promo a few weeks ago from William Regal and MJF. Well, I think MJF is going to win, and people are actually throwing this out, and I'm going to go with this as well. William Regal is going to help MJF win the AEW World Championship. Yeah, he is. They keep mentioning, I'm not going to use breast, knuckles, and all that. Yeah, okay, whatever. They keep teasing a face turn. Really think about this, people. Do you remember the Robert with Cody Rhodes when they teased MJF turning face?
Yeah.
Remember that? That won't work. MJF does not work babyface. I'm sorry. I'm good. I don't want to see a face MJF. Now, maybe it could work. Maybe it could work. Before y'all start typing down in the comments, maybe it could work. I don't know. We have to wait and see. But I personally think MJF is a way, way, way better heel than a face. That's just me. He's a dick. He's a prick. He's just everything you dislike in a heel. And I think MJF, in my opinion, is a much better heel than a face.
Yeah, here's the thing. He's a dick.
That's just me.
He's a prick. He gets people so really pissed off in the best of ways. That's why he's the perfect person to be world champ in the entirety of 2023.
Exactly.
We're gonna say
nobody
happy.
else out there
I guarantee.
him.
We're gonna say Happy New Year when 2023 hits. We'll be out, Happy New Year 2023. MJF is champion. Then we're gonna say it again in 2024.
Yes, because I think MJF deserves to hold the belt into 2024.
Yeah.
What better way to scare people?
With his
Have
bidding
him
war.
hold it in 2024.
It's the perfect way to do it.
Please. They keep mentioning the bidding war 2024. Have him hold it till then. Scare people.
Yeah, they
mentioned he's going to sign with WWE and all that. Do it.
Yeah, they mentioned the whole thing about the bidding war of 2024 to the point where the entire audience says it along with him.
Exactly.
He's like, the bidding war, and then the crowd finishes it off of 2024.
Exactly.
And at that moment, I'm like, yeah, we got a huge deal here. And keep that huge deal for the entirety of 2023. Put MJF in amazing banger matches with the likes of a Jon Moxley, of a Bryan Danielson, of a Claudio Castagnoli, maybe of even a Sammy Guevara, Jungle Boy, maybe if he comes back, Adam Cole, baby. Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega as well,
There's so many bangers for MJF.
Because MJF can get the job done, and he can honestly, he could kick everyone's ass. Hell, honestly, how cool would this be at some point in 2023? MJF in a world title feud with Wardlow.
That's who I think could be the guy to dethrone MJF. Either him or Bryan Danielson.
Unless, of course, nobody does. And the only reason he's not...
He holds the belt in 2024. He signs the contract on it. And then he just throws the belt down and says, see ya.
Wouldn't want to be ya. See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. He throws it down on the
ground. Yeah. He throws it down on the ground like, I got a perfect thing. You have him throw on the ground. Tony Khan's going to be coming like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? All that, blah, blah, blah. He pushes Tony Khan down and just walks out. Walks out and leaves. Never comes back.
Speaking of title feuds here's the thing, it doesn't have to be world title feuds, but I know for a fact there's a feud that heel Balor would go absolutely bonkers for.
Name it.
Bryan Danielson and Kyle O'Reilly.
Well, we gotta wait for Kyle O'Reilly to get back first, but I kind of hope Kyle O'Reilly leaves this company, but
I know, but imagine that. I guarantee that's something you want to see, because, I remember how excited you were when Kyle O'Reilly feuded with Finn Balor.
Yes, and that match was so good.
And I remember really when we recorded that podcast for that, you were torn to shreds.
Go back and listen to it, guys. It was really, really fun.
So, with MJF leading into all this, I was honestly hoping that he'd be the one to dethrone Adam Page, but I like what they're doing with this
That's
now.
what should have happened.
Yeah, if they were, here's the thing, I'm no disrespect to Moxley, he's been a great champion and everything, but I would have been totally cool if Adam Page had held the title up until now at the event that he won it from Kenny Omega, and that's where MJF wins it from him.
Exactly. And please quit crapping on Hangman Page, people. Some people out there just need to keep their mouths shut. And please respect Hangman Page.
My personal opinion, Adam Page was, until CM Punk got it, the worst champion.
The worst world champ by design.
Yeah, but then CM Punk came along. Now he's 2 times the worst.
He's also the shortest reigning world champ.
Yeah, here's the thing. Jon Moxley's 11-day official reign was better than both Punk's reigns combined.
Yep.
Holy shit. CM Punk not just embarrassed himself, he embarrassed the shit out of the company. And if he's gone, then good fucking riddance.
Oof. Oh, yeah, and then we got the World Title Eliminator freaking tournament. I don't know why that's even happening. I mean, the winner's apparently getting the shot at, what the freaking, I guess the show called. Oh, yeah, crap, I forgot. Oh, yeah, winner's coming, that show. So whoever freaking wins Full Gear.
Okay, no.
Oh?
No, the match is not happening at Full Gear anymore. That's why, if it was, we would have. If it was, we would have talked about. If that tournament was happening at Full Gear, we would have talked about it like a while ago. No, the AEW Eliminator. That's because it was literally announced a couple hours before the podcast went live.
Okay.
Yeah, folks, the AEW Eliminator tournament. The finals are tonight on Rampage. One of the finals. Lance Archer and Ricky Starks. The winner faces Brian Cage on the pre-show of Full Gear, and the winner of that match faces Ethan Page next Wednesday on Dynamite in the finals.
There you go, brother.
Yeah, and honestly, in my opinion, that's a good thing because, we don't need too many matches on the pay-per-view.
No, please keep it where it is. Oh, yeah, but one more thing, Mr. Miracle. Yeah, one more thing. AEW is going to be debuting in London next year.
That is true, folks. The United Kingdom's finally getting AEW. I heard it could be at the Craven Cottage, I think that's what it's called. It's a football stadium.
Craven Cottage.
Yeah, it's a football arena, and by football I mean soccer because, the United Kingdom. It's a football area, and it can hold up to 20,000 people. It could very well be a great first venue for AEW in the United Kingdom. AEW debuted in Canada last month, and I'll be honest, the ticket prices were insanely massive to the point where I'm like, I didn't attend the show because it was way too much and I had to save up on other things. But when I watched it on TV, I was like, okay, it was an okay show, but it was not worth that big price.
What was it, like $50 at least?
Try 1,000.
Oh, hell no.
$50, I would have taken it. If it was $50, I would have taken it and gone. But
oh my God,
almost $1,000 for an area where I would normally pay $50 for. So
exactly.
I'm like, that was just horrible. That wasn't worth the price, the overprice of admission. I could have gotten a better seat at WrestleMania for less the price.
Oof.
Yeah, that's the scary part, folks. So you got to be careful with that. So that's why I want to say, Moxley and MJF is going to be the main event, and I guarantee it's going to be a show stealer. I don't think it's going to be a match of the night, because I think that's what the trios title is going to be involved with.
Yeah.
But MJF has been AEW's biggest deal.
He has, man. He has.
It's about time that he finally gets the world title. I'm predicting it, MJF to win.
MJF will also be the youngest world champion.
Yep, that is true.
I'm going with MJF too. I think it's time to pull the trigger. I've been waiting for a long time for this. I wanted this in 2020, but I realized I was like, he
wasn't ready at the time.
Time to wait.
Yeah,
he wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Now he is.
Yep.
Now he is taking on the guy who I wanted to take the title from, Jon Moxley. So, and no, folks, Moxley's not going to be hurt by this. It's Jon Moxley. He'll be fine. Give me a break.
Yeah.
Now the question is,
Moxley's having a great time.
How's he taking it? The question is, how's he taking it? Is he going to turn face? Is he going to turn heel? Or is he going to be a heel? I don't freaking know. MJF, he's going to turn heel. Come on now.
MJF was already a heel. Because here's the thing. Any of the time where he was supposedly a face, he was just messing with everybody.
Like he is now. And you were all falling for it. I freaking love it.
Because he's better than us.
Well, he's not better than us. We're way better than him. So, anyways, but yeah, he's better than you guys, and you goddamn know it. The next World Heavyweight Champion, MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. The crowning moment is happening on Saturday. I can't wait.
Oh man, this is why I love. For once, we're talking about an AEW event when the main event is on its way. We ain't ranting the shit out of it.
No, of course not. See, how much have you heard a minute ago? People was the appetizer. This is the main course, my friend.
Yeah, here's the thing. We ranted about Ring of Honor, the TBS title, the women's title, and that's about it. Everything else we didn't play. We also ranted about Darby Allin and Sting with Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett, but that wasn't that much in comparison to the other major rants we did. But all the other matches that have actual importance to them, we're praising them.
Exactly.
Because, honestly, this is why I'm enjoying this. And this is why I'm excited. For once, we actually had an AEW podcast that's lasting an hour and 40 minutes. And we're actually... we're hyped about it. And I'm like, good. Because I was afraid this thing was going to be like less than 50 minutes again.
Yes, sir.
But we are good to go on that. We will be good to go for Full Gear. Next week is going to be a review of Full Gear. By the way, this concludes our predictions to Full Gear, which takes place at this time tomorrow night in Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, by the way. I forgot to mention it. That's where it is.
Yep.
Rampage is tonight, folks. So if you want to watch that, go ahead. It's live, and it's also at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. We'll also see. You're gonna see who Brian Cage is gonna face in the pre-show at Full Gear.
Yep.
Lance Archer taking on Ricky Starks. I'm just gonna say right now, Ricky Starks.
Rock 2.0. Speaking of The Rock, it's actually his 26th-year anniversary of debuting in professional wrestling.
That is also true.
They're recording us. Yeah.
Congratulations,
Rock.
Man, I am.
We'll see you soon.
I'm so hyped. So yeah, next week, folks. Before we're not done yet.
Oh, we're not done yet.
Just had to quickly get the review saying that we're reviewing Full Gear next week and also predicting Survivor Series War Games. And oh my God, I'm hyped for that too.
The promo packages leading up to everything has been great. I can't wait to talk about War Games.
And I hope everybody enjoys the Thanksgiving next week as well.
I hope so too. I'm going to sit down, watch the parade, have some fun, and then watch the Puppy Bowl afterwards. That's always a tradition for me.
There you go.
And then sleep.
That's how it always works, folks. You stuff your face with all that turkey and the mashed potatoes and the vegetables and whatever the fuck, the pumpkin pie. But most
important, my favorite turkey. That's about it.
But most importantly, have a good time with your family.
Please, because that's what it's been about. You gotta be thankful for your family.
Or if you're not with your family, like try spending time with some friends.
Exactly.
We're not gonna.
Or your imaginary friend.
Okay, we're not gonna go that far.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Okay,
or,
your
imaginary friend named Harold.
For the record, if you're having trouble with friends, just understand we care about you.
Yes, we do, because we're the losers' lunch. We care about everybody.
Yeah, it's gonna be alright, folks. And most importantly, folks, for this weekend, enjoy Full Gear. For next weekend, enjoy Survivor Series. But also,
the Game of Wars.
But also, I want to take this moment and say, I enjoyed the new Black Panther movie that came out.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. I heard it's good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was so emotional. Willie, I guarantee you're gonna be so fucking emotional when you watch it.
Yes. I liked the first one. I only seen it once, but I liked it from what I saw.
Yep.
I rewatched it again.
And folks, of course, as I've said before, probably gonna watch Fighting with My Family after this is done, and I also want to watch Disenchanted. Yeah. At the time we're recording,
the Santa Claus series is out too.
The Santa Claus series is also on Disney Plus, and also the Willow series is coming to Disney Plus next week too.
Good God, Disney! I need to chill.
Hell no, I like this shit. And also, folks, next week is also the season 1 finale of the Cassian Andor series of Star Wars on Disney Plus.
Yes, it is.
And I will say, Disney's been on a roll for the last couple of years with their content, and I cannot wait to see what they have coming up next.
I'm very intrigued, but the one thing I've noticed, like, the panel they're going to be doing now, they're going to be having, like, ads on their things now, so I'm like, oh, joy, great, more things with ads, just what I need.
Yeah, that I don't understand, but let's just enjoy what we got while we still can.
Yes, please, let's do it.
All right, Heel Balor, you know what to do.
I think that's all we got.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all we got. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. All right, guys, we'll see you next week for Full Gear, the review for Full Gear, and we'll see you next week for the Game of Wars, War Games. We are the losers. That's Brother Maracle. I'm the heelest of Balors, and we'll see you next week for all that. Too sweet. Peace out. I'm gonna eat food.